What's up, keepers, and welcome back to our weekly episode of ARS Goalkeeping. I'm Alberto, the goalkeeper coach and glove guru, and today we're talking about my favorite innovators of the goalkeeper glove market. PWRLITE and their brand new PWRLITE XLR8AER FLASH model that's on a stunning black and yellow colorway with a negative cut. And what I really love about the team at PWRLITE is that they are focused on the full experience of the goalkeeper glove. Especially coming from this wet weather area in the UK, the PWRLITE crew are pretty much the wet weather specialists. And this translates directly to their gloves and material. Not only are the names extremely unique and at times difficult to read or pronounce, the materials used on their gloves are unique to PWRLITE and are put specifically to deal with situations that us keepers have run into while training or playing matches. It isn't just a look on, oh, it's a new grip, it's a new latex. There's a lot more features added to make these gloves amazing in all situations. Now off the bat, you really can't go wrong with a negative cut. It's the most popular cut here in Europe with most elite goalkeepers. It does fit your hand extremely well, and it is one of my favorite cuts as well. And PWRLITE doesn't really try to reinvent the wheel here. There's also a strong performing latex that the PWRLITE team calls the Ultra Charge Pro, which is meant for all weather situations. And this does feel like a particularly good contact latex, but then things start to get extremely interesting with the rest of the body on the PWRLITE Flash. On the wrist area, we have an extended wrist entry that goes down a quarter of your arm, which adds a much more secure clasp of the glove onto the wrist and a very special forward-facing half wrist strap mixed with a stretchy Lycra insert material for a customizable stretch and shrink fit. The backhand is our standout feature for a few reasons. One, the colorway and these really cool gray and green trimmings, but also this HiDRI material mixed with the 3D printed polyanswer impact link that adds a bit of punching and stopping power without adding any noticeable weight to the glove. But its biggest benefit to me is how warm and dry it kept my hands during this winter wet and freezing weather. This is a one-of-a-kind type of performance that PWRLITE was able to focus on, as I hear keepers always asking about mittens under the gloves for those particularly wet or cold days. PWRLITE delivers probably one of the best cold wet weather gloves at an extremely reasonable price thanks to this all-new HiDRI body and that pairing with this impact ink material. The extended wrist insert does help make sure that the hands stay as dry as possible while giving a decent control over all of the shots. And the weight on the glove wasn't what I would say an ultra light level of weight. It has a good level of weight to it, a decent amount for stopping power, and the material doesn't get weighed down much by soaking up the water. The Ultra Charge latex performance was exactly what I would expect from a Profi level grip, or at least a contact latex level grip. It works in all situations, and the grip was more than good enough to grip onto most shots at any moment in wet weather, in dry weather, when it was sunny out, or when the ground was covered in mud. The grip worked extremely well in all those situations. Now, I can't really find anything negative to say about these beauties, but I can be a bit picky. So I didn't really find any added benefit with the forward-facing half wrist strap. It did work very well, but I don't feel like it was any better than a standard full closure strap. And the fingers, especially on the pinky, are a bit wide and roomy for me. But that is just because I have very skinny little fingers compared to the average keeper. And my wrists are a lot smaller than the average keeper as well. And after meeting the guys at PWRLITE and seeing the size of their hands and the keeper's hands where they're playing, I can get why they have such massive finger areas. But nonetheless, it is something I noticed while I was using these PWRLITE Flash models. So let's take a look at our gloves after about 1 month of use on primarily grass fields in this German wet weather and winter weather. And you can see exactly why the PWRLITE Flash model made it all the way up to my number 2 glove on my best gloves under $100 US. The Ultra Charge latex, while being caked in mud and dirt, has little to no tearing. And if you saw, I was gripping onto simple holds even on the nastiest pitches of mud. And really, the backhand material, short of having some dirt rubbed into the Velcro clasp, seems completely unfazed by the friction of the ground. And when I put on the gloves, the inside feels as soft and warm as the first time I put them on. But I would recommend that with gloves that are closed off like this to not let the wet in, remember to wash them often and even use some Arm & Hammer or any type of antibacterial powder on the inside to stop the stench of your sweat from building up and any germs from staying in there for too long. Bottom line, the PWRLITE XLR8AER FLASH is a one-of-a-kind goalkeeping glove, specifically focused for keepers dealing with cold, wet weather, and probably the best at doing it on the market right now. And for the price of about 60 Great British Pounds or 70 US dollars, I would recommend this glove to any keeper for the winter weather or wet weather. There is no other brand that has comparable performance in the wet weather right now in keeping your hands warm and dry while making all those big saves. And remember, warm hands are always better than those cold hands, especially when you start losing feeling in the fingertips. It actually can end up to some bobbled holds. So that's why we want those things as keepers. So yeah, that's it for our review, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and a big thank you to the crew at PWRLITE for sponsoring this video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to smash that like and please subscribe to the channel so we can keep on making these videos happen. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all very soon.